Good morning, everyone. I'm not sure of the time, but I think it's just after 9. I'm down here at the lake, at the dam, and I went walking. I was talking to a guy that's down there fishing, and he said he's been here since about 6 this morning. He's caught quite a bit of fish. He was showing them to me. It's in the 50s, and it's supposed to get to 70 today, but I don't know. Right now, it's kind of sprinkling. We did get rain during the night. It was exactly 2:59 this morning when a clap of thunder came through and made me jump. I was sleeping so good, and it woke me right up, and I jumped up. Monster was laying on my pillow, and she jumped up, and she was barking, and I got up and walked the floors praying that that big shade tree that I have over my trailer, I was praying that no big limbs would fall down. There was lightning, pouring rain, and I just did not want one of those big limbs come crashing through my bedroom. But, you know, I got to thinking after, well, if God saw fit to let a big tree limb come crashing through my bedroom, it'd be one way for the landlord to get me a different place to live. Anyway, it didn't happen, and I am thankful that it didn't happen. And it didn't seem to rain too long. I don't even think a half hour. I went back to sleep, and it might have rained off and on during the night. I'm not sure, but we need a lot more rain. And I woke up when I finally did get up for the day. You know, I got up about 5:45. I noticed that this left eye, it's kind of like it don't want to open all the way. I don't know. I have been struggling with allergies. I don't feel like I have bad allergies today, but I've not been out for a long time yet. Something just popped up. And I know Saturday I had a really bad sinus headache that turned migraine, and then it went away. And then I had another migraine all day Sunday, all day Monday. And yesterday it kind of left me feeling really worn out, but no headache this morning, no sinus headache, and I'm just trusting God that it will be a headache-free day. This morning I did accomplish something. I worked in my added-on room. I picked up all of the pattern books that Miss Kitty had knocked over again when she dashes through there, and I moved them. What I'm looking for is I need some of those plastic milk crates. You remember those? I know Walmart sells them, but I've seen them on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, last week, when I got those crochet books from that lady, or maybe that was the week before, I happened to see that day someone had 12 of the plastic milk crates for $2 each. And, you know, it was in Garland, too, where I met that lady. And I should have contacted them and at least got 2 or 3 of them. I would really like to get at least 2 or 3 and put these crochet pattern books in them so that I can, you know, do a live or do a video and show you these again. These are ones I hadn't shown you. There's a lot of vintage magazines, and there's just a whole lot there. It's just too cumbersome to have them in the big 22-gallon tote. You know, that's when I bought them from Facebook Marketplace. It must be, it seems like 2 years ago, but maybe it was last year that that couple had 2 of those big 22-gallon totes full of crochet magazines and some crochet books, and most of them are all vintage. And I started to do a video showing them to you. I think I did a live showing them. I don't know if I did a regular video, but those 2 totes are in my lean-to, and it's, you know, not easy to get to, and it's hard to reach down in there and grab a big handful and then bring them in and do a video. I'm thinking if I get at least 3 of those plastic milk crates, it'll make it more handy and more neat, and I'll be able to really go through them and decide what I'm going to keep and what I'm not. So I put plastic milk crates on my list, and I won't be looking to buy any today, but I just have it, you know, on my list for something for me to be looking out for. What I did bring you was, you know, I've been eating really different. Oh, this morning, praise the Lord, my blood sugar was 162, maybe 65, 165, but that is just wonderful for me because, like I've said, in the mornings, my blood sugars have been way up in the 200s, so that's just a wonderful blood sugar for me this morning. Now, the other day, I showed you those wraps that I had bought that were made out of cauliflower that I won't be buying again. Thankfully, there was only 6 in that package, and I made different meals, you know, to put in them and finish those off. And then I told you about the matcha tea. I think I called it mocho, but I think it's matcha, a macho. And I wanted to show you this so that I can throw this out in the dumpster when I'm done this video, because now this I bought at I think Aldi, but it's a seafood mix. The brand is called Fremont Fish Market. Of course, it has no sugar. It does have a lot of sodium, 370 milligrams and 90 calories, but what I did was, after I thawed it out, I soaked it for a little bit in water to get a lot of the sodium off, and then after I soaked it, I rinsed it, and let's see, and the carbs are very low. They're only 3 grams, so this was seafood mix, a perfect blend of raw shrimp, calamari, bay scallops, and mussels. Now, you have to, you know, like seafood, which I do. And it's a 16-ounce bag. It's a pound. And I got 2 meals out of this because what I did was, when I cooked it, I also cooked up a zucchini that I cut up into pieces, and I cooked up a squash, and I cooked up an onion, and I think that was it. But I added that to that, so it, you know, was very healthy, and I got 2 meals out of it. So I just wanted to show you that. I've been trying to show you different things that I've been buying and cooking, and I saved that stinky fish bag to show you. So now I can throw it out. And let's see. Oh, you know what I need to get? I need to either buy, but I think I'm going to try to crochet. My poor silky hens, both of them. I have the water canister up in that nesting box that they're in so that they can drink. But I've been noticing they haven't been getting off those eggs on their own. You know, they were in the beginning, and they'd come out and run around and flap their wings and eat and drink and hang out for a little bit. Well, I've noticed about 2 days, since Monday, they haven't been doing it. So I've been physically taking them out of that nesting box and putting them down, and they go right for the food, and then they flap their wings. But let me tell you, and especially this morning, it was a fiasco. I was trying not to step on any chickens. I was trying not to trip over the gosling, who you know is attached to me and is wherever I am. And I was trying not to slip because we got that rain. So our soil here gets very, they call it gumbo clay. Your feet stick in it, but also it gets slick in places, like in my chicken yard. I was trying not to slip, but I was trying to get those roosters away from the two silkies. And the other day I was looking online, and they have these, they're called hen saddles or hen dresses, or hen apron maybe, and it goes on your hen safely, and it's to protect them from the roosters, because when the roosters want to be frisky, they pin down your hen. And both of my silky hens, they look terrible. They're missing a bunch of feathers off their back. I've been wiping that area and putting some ointment on it because I don't want any infection. And this morning, one of my roosters pinned one down, and her little face was in the mud, and I just felt so bad. And so they have to lay on the eggs, I know that, but they also have to get down and eat and get a little exercise. It's not good for them to stay in a nesting box on eggs all of the time. For most of the day they are, but if I see that they're not coming out on their own for a few minutes, I take them out. But this is what happens when I do. And if I put them in my yard and close my little gate there, the two silkies get very anxious because they know that the eggs that they're sitting on are up in that nesting box. And so I'm going to see about crocheting one of those little aprons or dresses, I guess you call them, to try to protect their, there goes the man I was talking to. There's about 3, well, when he leaves, there'll be 2 people down there fishing. Gonna see about crocheting her one of those, and if not, I'll have to look into buying one. I guess, well, I'd have to measure because my silkies are small. And let's see. Oh, I was going to ask for help. I guess 2 years ago, I want to say everything is 2 years ago. 2 years ago, maybe last year, I had asked for 7-inch squares, any pattern, but I had specific colors, and it was like a lavender and a sage. I have the exact colors written down at home, and I didn't think to bring it. But in cleaning that added-on room, or working in there this morning, I found a couple of those squares, about 4 of them, that someone had made and sent me. And what I wanted to do was, collect as many as I can and then put a border around each one and then join them all together to make a blanket for my lavender love seat that's in that room. And I forget exactly how many squares I have. I made some, and several very kind people did make me some and send some. And then some other people, maybe they forgot, or life got busy and they didn't get to it, or maybe they even decided they didn't want to, which is fine. I understand all of those things. But I do need some more in order to get them all trimmed and sewn together to get that little blanket done for my love seat. I mean, I could do it. I don't have a problem crocheting squares, but I just thought it would be fun, if subscribers or those that watch that aren't even subscribed maybe wanted to make some. So let me know if anyone is interested, and I can let you know those 2 colors. It's like a lavender and sage, if you want to. I was collecting them 7 inches in any pattern, a regular granny square, or there's so many different crocheted square patterns out there, and any combination of those 2 colors. It can even be a solid square in one of them, or however the person felt like doing it. And if no one's interested, then I'll when I get a couple other things done that I have to get done, I'll finish up making those squares. Someone just pulled in next to me and they're on their speaker phone in their truck. I hope it don't bother you. It's very overcast and I'm out. I wanted to get a little walk in. I walked for 10 minutes. I could have walked for more, but then I got talking with that man. He was so proud of the fish he caught, which I would have to be very, very hungry to eat anything out of this lake. And from here, I'm going to go get some dog food for the fur babies. And I think I need to get some broccoli. Yeah, I cooked up the rest of my broccoli, so I need to get some broccoli. And I have chicken thawing out, so I'll be making something with chicken and broccoli and I don't know what else. Oh, there's a big, I guess that's a hawk. And let's see, Friday is cardiologist appointment way over on the other side of Plano for echocardiogram, and I may I'll decide between today and tomorrow about calling to reschedule that until after my Social Security check comes, because of the gas to go all that way and then back. You know, when I went to the cardiologist last week, which was in a different part of Plano, it was further out, very close to the Dallas line. When I was done that appointment, you know, that was not my regular cardiologist, but anyway, he said, well, I want to set you up for an echo. And then, well, first he said he wanted me to go to another facility, make an appointment, go to another facility and get the Holter put on, which I've had before, that monitor. Then after that, after I wear it, then have an echocardiogram. That's what he told me. But when he walked me out to the desk to make the appointments, he told the lady, make the echocardiogram first, and then the appointment for the Holter monitor, which they usually do it the way he told me first. They usually have you have an EKG, then you have an echocardiogram. No, you EKG, then your monitor, and then an echocardiogram. It's how they've always done it for me here. Anyway, so when she was making that appointment, she was just going so fast, and I was very tired and not paying attention. And when I walked out and was trying to find my car, I was looking through those papers, and she had made one of those appointments for 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, I turned on my heels and went back in there and asked her, could she please find me a morning appointment, because of where I live. You know, I'd be in so much traffic going and coming. I mean, worse than in the morning. And so she did, and she said, well, we could do it for Friday, May 28th. We're in May, right? I forget off the top of my... That phone conversation next to me is distracting me. I think we're in May. Anyway, I may reschedule it till after Social Security Day. And when I get all those tests done, then I go for results and everything. I finally get to see my regular cardiologist, I think towards the end of June or beginning of July. I do have an appointment follow-up with the diabetes doctor, I think in June. I really can't remember when. The rain is getting heavier now. Well, I'm gonna leave here and go get the fur baby's food. going down there to go fish, and the lake is so low. And my broccoli. I almost forgot about getting broccoli. So many birds flying around here, you know, they want fish. Very, very steep stairs to go down, and I wanted to make sure he didn't fall before I leave, because you sure could lose your footing. I think that's everything. Oh, we're still in April. I'm looking at a receipt. Let's see. Yeah, we're in April. Why was I thinking we're in May? Boy. Okay. Got all that. Here's a book I grabbed from that I had in my added-on room. I grabbed it and put it in the car because you never know. I don't know who he is. This is For the Love of a Dog, Understanding Emotion in You and Your Best Friend. I haven't started reading it yet, but we'll see when I get started. Sometimes I have 2 books going at the same time, plus my Bible that I read every day, several times a day. I read through my Bible. So I'm gonna go. The train is coming, and it's 22 minutes. So thanks for watching, and let's see. Let me know if anyone is interested in making me the 7-inch squares so that I can let you know those 2 colors, because I cannot think of them off the top of my head. I'm sorry. This eye is kind of bothering me. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but you know, I can tell like the difference in seeing good. Glasses would help. Okay, everyone, have a good day. And remember to be kind to everybody, because somebody is having a bad day. Some more people are coming to go fish, and I hope they catch something. They're going to be out in that damp weather. Okay, everyone, gotta go.